and welcome to MBKM Models. Now, I've built, saying I built it, I'm doing the wingtip here. All right, I'm going to cut that out a bit later on, and then I'm going to fit it to the tip of the wing, literally. All right. Now, building from plans. A long story on this, but I'll try and cut it short. What I'm doing here is downloadable plan, and then just print off the bits that I need, which is really good. All right. I mean, building from plans goes back with me to the late 60s when my dad used to order plans. I, as a very small child, used to sit by the letterbox at home waiting for them to arrive. And I remember one morning, that was from the old MAP plan service, and which used to be a little red handbook. And I sat by the letterbox one morning, and a plan in a brown envelope came through the post. They used to have a little metal thing on the back, which was like pressed out. And I said to my mum, "Can I open it?" And she said, "Yeah, go on." And I opened up a plan that was bigger than I was of HMS Cossack, which was a tribal class destroyer from World War II, which my dad built. I was very proud of that model my dad built, very, very proud of it. I asked my dad about it, and he said it was involved in the Altmark incident. So obviously in later years, I've had a good look at the Altmark incident, and it was at the start of World War II. I think HMS Cossack later got torpedoed. Now, my house, thinking further, was not a football house at all. No, it was boxing, models, and regular army and reserve. So we didn't do football. So my dad used to give me boxing lessons out the back garden when I was a kid. She used to say, come at me. And I want to do it, but my mother didn't let me do boxing because of the injuries you get there. However, boxing lessons, I used to go out in the back, and we used to have a bit of fun with my dad. He used to put his hand on my forehead and I couldn't get near him, or you go to put one in and he'd just fend you off with his forearm. You couldn't get near him. My dad, like I said, my dad did boxing and unarmed combat, and my grandfather was semi-professional pre-World War II. A long time ago. I must have been in my early 20s. I went into town one night. I'm not one for causing trouble, but I got into an argument with somebody, and we landed up, that step outside, various envoys coming out from either side, and I got into a fight with a guy. Now, I punched him and hit him square on the chin, of which he went over. Okay, after that, I didn't win that fight. I landed up severely injured, actually, with a bust cheekbone fractured, and I had to go to this maxial face surgery doctor, local casualty, and that man went on and on and on about having fights. I mean, when you're young, you just switch off to it, don't you? I mean, I'm in the waiting room there, and there's a woman there with her daughter. She was my age. The daughter starts coming on to me. I got this severe headache. And all younger. I mean, that doesn't happen with me nowadays. I go in the waiting room anywhere and just sit there, and, people don't chat like that. But when you're younger, it's all there. So in all of it, it was a bit like that on The Warriors when... if you've seen that film, they take on those people with those baseball bats, and he sort of takes one down, doesn't he? I can't repeat it because he swears on there, but I was a bit like that, but I didn't win it. No. But I was with a member of the local boxing fraternity that night, and he said, What? After he said, okay, you didn't win it. He said, but one, you don't know the other bloke who come out to adjudicate. I said, no, who is he? He said, well, he's somebody from the local boxing world. And the guy who said this was as well. And he said, look, if you come with me, he said, I will, and you take up boxing for what you did there. He says, it's not about winning and losing, it's what you did. You can have all the girls and motorbikes you like, he said. I said, no, I've always, for me, it's creative pursuits. I don't have the... the aggression there. You've got to have that, and you've got to have the discipline with that. So not for me, not for me. Yeah, it's not for me. So it's all balsam hood models all the way. Yeah, like I said, I'm quite pleased with this this wing. Once you've built one, yeah, okay, you always build the second one a little bit better. You just do. I studied psychology and then did postgrad social work recently, and this is all to do with what are called neuro pathways. Yeah. So what happens is once you do something, in the easiest way to say is experience. Once you do something, you then open up those neuro pathways, and they stay open. And this is why you land up building, if you've got to build two of something, it comes better on the second one. I mean, there's a little bit of an issue here, but that'll be sorted out, all right? Because like I said, you've got to get all this to fit together. And I mean, it's beyond me to get it all to fit perfectly straight away. I mean, it just don't happen like that, all right? Okay, I mean, I've got no... picture of this model built to work from, only some very faded stuff that is online, all right? So but this will all sand in, all right? This will all sand in. I've got to coat it yet in PVA, but it'll all sand in and it'll all come good, all right? These little bits here, I mean, I've chopped them off. And to make it, literally, you've got to make it fit. So if you're building, I mean, don't worry that when you cut something out and it doesn't all come together perfectly, people will give themselves a hard time about that. Don't do it, all right? Just don't do it. What you've got to do is have a look, and you've got to make it fit. Take your time. Saying about this with the experienced neuro pathways, you're only as good as your experience. As good as your mistakes, all right? And the amount of mistakes you make, you then put it right. I mean, I had as I was saying earlier on, I had the COVID booster, so I was spaced out yesterday and actually accidentally broke a center spar. However, I got it in better this time by breaking it, because it was a clean break and I managed to glue it back together, all right? So, there you go, all right? Looking good. Okay, so I'm going to do this, excuse me, I'm going to do this with a wingtip, and then I'll get back to you. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and until next time.